Taking warning.
The reason why this podcast sucks and we have no fans is because Rick and damn Duper talk way too goddamn much.
This is going to be a fun week. I hit the wrong button to start our show, and instead of the intro starting, we got...
Taking warning.
All right. How's everybody doing? Welcome to Take Warning. It's amazing. We've got some loyal listeners here listening live. Hi. Thank you.
Hi.
Appreciate it. Everybody that listens to us on all of your favorite podcast networks, thank you so much. We really, really appreciate that too, and the subs and the shares, and everybody loves Duper's memes. So that's a good thing.
The memes.
Let's just jump right into it. Lee, how was your week?
It was awesome.
Good. All right, great. How was your week?
So I am. What the hell? Why is my phone replaying your stream music, Lee? I
don't know. Why are you watching your own cast?
Because I like to comment on myself. Okay. No. So I have an interesting situation where I have a quarantine dog in my house and I don't even own it. So that was fun.
What?
So a family member's dog was accused of biting a kid at the park, even though the kid, I guess, we weren't there, so I have no idea what was happening. We're just doing the nice thing by watching the dog because of the what are those guys called? The
rabies.
Animal control. They were like, so if you don't have a backyard, we're going to have to take the dog to the pound. And I was like, well, dog could fucking stay here, whatever. So, yeah, so that's interesting. But I have to put up this, 10-foot sign that says, quarantine animal in the house for, 10 days. And then if nothing happens to the dog in 10 days, we call animal control back and be like, yeah, no, he doesn't have rabies. And they go, okay, good to go. So, yeah, that's a new one. I never...
That was a painful story to get through.
I know. But that was my week. That's what I've been dealing with.
But that's crazy. What kind of dog is it?
An Aussie Shepherd.
An Australian Shepherd? Really? They think it might have rabies?
No. So anytime they call it a confirmed bite. So anytime that animal control responds and it could be a scratch, it could be whatever, and they go, okay, well, yeah, the dog did that, right? Then they have to quarantine the dog for 10 days. So the dog could either be in the pound or it could be in somebody's house with a backyard and all that, but you can't go take it for a walk or anything like that, or else that's a violation. They could take the dog away from you. So
is there somebody watching your house right now?
NASA.
What?
The Russians?
I mean, how do they know if you take the dog for a walk? That's what I'm...
Because if somebody's like, oh, and they take a picture of it on their phone and they go, oh.
But how would they know your dog is under quarantine? Did they spray paint the side of the dog?
Do you have to carry the sign?
Yes. They
Can we see the sign?
With a bell, it just says shame, shame, shame. Yeah. So yeah, I've never had that before because I was like, oh, okay, well, that sucks to be the family member that had it happen to them, but at the same time, we're like, dude, the dog's cool. I don't want that fucking dog to be taken.
So it's an Aussie Shepherd, so they're one of the nicest breeds in the world.
Yeah.
So the kid had to fucking deserve it.
The kid, dude, it was on a leash at the park, and I guess some punk ass fucking kid Rah! And fucking ran up to it. Yeah, and the dog's gonna protect.
I would have bit him.
Yeah, dude. But anyway,
some kids come screaming at me.
It was
he's
a
fucking
Karen
zombie.
and a Kevin, and they actually waited for animal control to show up at the park, evidently, and then animal control was like, "Oh, hey, fucking." So yeah, man, that was a good time. So that was probably 5 minutes more into my life than you really wanted to know. But,
that was quite a long.
It's okay.
Story.
It's okay. Hey guys, we have a special guest this week. Josh, how you doing? How was your week?
Hey guys.
It seems like you're on a cooking show now. What are you making today?
Yeah, right.
Water. Water in a microwave.
You're actually making water
in a microwave.
He's going to show you how to make the ultimate vegan dish.
Yeah.
Are you like Storm from the X-Men? You're like, water, come down, I create you.
Great.
Living life in a hotel right now.
Fair enough on a high point there, buddy.
Hey. Dude, how's your week?
Well, Well, hang on. Let's explain what's going on with Josh. Yeah. She didn't even say anything. How was your week, buddy? I see you're in a hotel room, living the life.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
All right, now he's had his chance. That was it. Dupe, how was your week?
It was good. I built a shelf or a shed. That's it. That's what I
Like,
got.
how big of a shed?
Is it still standing?
7 feet by 4 feet.
How tall is it?
8 feet.
Is it
Is
insulated?
still upright?
Not insulated.
How's the price of lumber out there?
It's up 221%.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Okay, I just wanted to check on that. That was your week?
That's funny. I had that number actually, right? I mean, it's a legitimate number. You can look it up.
Yeah, no, it really is. It's just say I've been looking because I need to build shit. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, we can do that with metal. It's cheaper. Like, God damn it.
That's up too, though. That's up too.
Yeah, I know. Everything's up.
How's your week? How's the next 20 minutes of this podcast going to go?
The next 20 minutes of this podcast, it was great. I had a good week. The weather was really nice. We had Easter. Happy Easter to everybody. Belated. I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend with your families if you got a chance. Man, vaccines are going out everywhere. That makes me happy. Life is starting to go back to somewhat of a normalcy. Softball came back for us, and it turns out not only could I not run before, but then you add that quarantine. It turned out to be 18. It's not 19 that I put on. But the 18 pounds, and holy shit, like running is not my friend. But, you know, I got through it. I don't really care about my week because I really need to tell you guys about what happened this week. That I know I kind of went apeshit in the text, and I apologize about this a couple days ago. But breaking science news.
From last week.
Uranus is belching X-rays. And that is a real headline. Uranus is belching X-rays, and we're picking it up. Now, I don't even care about the story. Just so you know, I barely read about what the fuck's going on. Yeah, okay, cool. X-rays are coming from Uranus. What I was more concerned about is how did an editor and a writer for any of these magazines or news sources, when they came in and they're like, hey, I got some science news for you. Like, how do you go, oh, well, you know, what is it? It's like, oh, well, there's X-rays, and they're kind of belching out of Uranus. Like, at what point do you like, how do I keep this serious?
I'm pretty sure most scientists are not in the 3rd grade. That's what I would assume.
I am very immature, and it is very hard not to see X-rays
and you
belching from Uranus.
I'm actually...
God damn it.
So did you have some more headlines there too, Rick, or no? Or was that the only one you had?
I mean, we can keep going. I know you threw a couple on the agenda.
I know you have 4 total.
Wow,
Do you want to read them, or do you?
Yeah, no, he put them on the agenda. Okay, yeah. You know what?
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
Duper, go ahead and read the next one, and I'll read the one after that.
There are X-rays coming from Uranus.
So fucking good every time. What
is the only one laughing right now?
I don't give a fuck. What is causing X-rays to come from Uranus?
Okay, and then here, this was actually my favorite one though. Scientists discover X-rays blasting out of Uranus.
Now, they had to know when they wrote that headline that there were people like me in this world that were going to totally lose their train of thought or interest in what they actually had to say because of the headlines. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to get this out at the top of the show.
My favorite part about this is we skipped one topic, and then also the fact that nobody else on this podcast is finding this as amusing as you.
I don't give a fuck. This is the funniest shit ever. I don't care. Like, you're scrolling, you're taking your morning shit, and it's like, oh, X-rays are blasting out of Uranus. Like, yes, they are. As a matter of fact,
I thought this was fake because you posted it to us on April 1st, and I'm like, oh, this is like stupid April Fools.
Mm-hmm.
Jokes. Yeah, whatever. But no,
I actually really was hesitant to even put it on the agenda because of that same reason, Greg.
Yeah, but we went and looked, and it's been verified. This is a real thing. This is real science. All right, you want to go back to the original topic there?
So, Rick, I got a question for you. Yeah. Which one of these Chinese norms is true?
Oh,
okay.
A, is it normal in China to cut off someone's lips if they burp in a restaurant? Is it normal in parts of China to give children 50 lashes by a cane if they steal a piece of candy? Or C, is it normal in parts of China to eat cats and dogs?
B.
You went B, okay. Anybody else got an answer there?
C.
C, cats and dogs.
Is there an all of the above?
So you think it's normal in China to...
I'm going none of above.
Oh, there you go. Critical thinker, that guy.
So it is normal in China to cut off someone's lips if they burp in a restaurant, Craig.
I hope I never
Wow.
go to China.
Is it really?
No. You think that's one of the possible answers? You think that could be legitimate?
Oh. Yeah, I can see
I thought that was the
stupid
answer.
shit like that.
Can you,
No, okay, the
how many
answer-
Chinese people do you see without lips?
Well, all of them.
Wow, you fucking geez! Oh my god!
I do
Duper.
whole exercise.
Da-da-da-da-da.
The answer was C.
Cancel culture.
Is it normal in parts of China to eat cats and dogs? So this was on a middle school test, and the teacher got fired for putting this on a test. That
Really?
teacher is gone. Yeah.
But it's
Well,
true.
yeah, you traumatize a bunch of kids. They're like, hey, my puppy!
I mean, you would
Oh,
think
man.
by now they're all kind of educated in what a wet market is. So like,
Man.
that's not very like cats and dogs are on the good end of what they eat. Like, jeez.
So what is a wet market, Rick? Tell us more.
Huh? A wet market? This is the open market where. So China had a really big problem because they have such a high population.
What are
They
you
need
doing?
to feed everybody. Oh, that's cool, Lee. We'll just come on. Will you really? Jesus Christ!
What's going on back there?
We're not
This is a
recording right
This is a
now.
professional podcast.
He's like, Mom, give me a drink.
Mom! The meatloaf!
God damn it!
Oh, we're a professional podcast.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Anyways, they had motherfucker. So, they have a population problem. They have a hard time feeding people, so they encourage these rural areas to start using the local animals that they can grow. That's why you get pangolins and bats and all these weird things that grow out there. And they started these little farms, and they would raise all of these animals in these small farmed areas, bring them to these markets for the larger cities, and those are called wet markets. That's where they sell most of their exotic meats, or what would be exotic to us, but that's what they can get when you have so many people and you have to feed them. So that's a wet market. Bottom line. That's also where
Right,
they
it's
say
an outdoor market where people can buy meat. That's the whole explanation
Yeah, but-
that you need.
no, because we don't have wet markets where you can go in and buy a pangolin. Like that is
What is
not a thing here.
What is a pangolin?
Yeah,
He's a chubby little
Rick.
he's almost like an armadillo of the
He's a little
east.
cutie. He's a
Yeah,
cutie.
they're cute little guys.
Mm.
Yeah.
So Albert, you're fired as a fan. Fuck you. Next.
Good.
Damn.
What just happened? What? I mean, like that just came out
I
of
don't
nowhere.
know.
Is he listening
I don't know.
right now?
That was
See,
random.
As I'm one who engages with the audience via chat,
I haven't even.
I will tell you what happened.
So you
So
just
Albert
yacht
said-
your Tourette's? Like,
Well,
See,
see,
Well, that's why I'm on a podcast because it appeases both, dude. So
fuck, cock. Okay, all right.
oh man. Hey, can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah.
No, so
Duper.
Albert said, "When is Ryan going to be a permanent guest? He's my new."
You hate him, but you're giving him the time of day right now.
Well, you guys asked why. I
Duper.
said Albert is fired.
Do we have a
Right?
non-sponsor
Well,
this week?
Our non-sponsor this week is
Albert.
Twats. Albert, it appears that you much prefer Twats, so you can go check that podcast out every
Yeah,
Wednesday.
he is a permanent
Twats
guest there
on
because he's a
Wednesday.
host.
There you go.
When we're referring to twats, we're talking about Tate Corning, all things sports, every Wednesday
right.
morning for your listening pleasure.
Yep. I mean, you know Albert loves those Twats. Like, he likes them sneaky.
Hey, Lee,
Yeah.
We talked about a wet.
we got a
meat
graphic
market
about
in
twats. There it is.
I mean, do we need it?
Yeah, well, just let everybody know. All things sports, Wednesday mornings. We
Yep.
just
That's
recorded
not a
episode
terrible
2.
transition. It's probably the smoothest transition we've ever had to a different topic. So the Major
time,
League Baseball is moving the All-Star game in retribution to the voting laws in Georgia.
Are they?
They are.
That sounds like something that'll be discussed on Wednesday.
No,
No.
actually,
This
no,
is
we didn't
more-
discuss it this week.
This isn't.
That's
they're
a
not
Take
smart
Warning
enough-
topic.
They're not smart enough to
I'm
tackle
kidding.
it.
I'm kidding. I'm giving you a hard time. Don't yell at me, please.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
So we actually talked about the NCAA transfer program. That was a big
That
topic.
sounds exciting.
Wow.
Okay, so from now on, Rick, here's a very important issue that we're gonna have from now on. Whenever we tease your podcast over there,
Yeah.
we do not mention what your topics are.
Oh,
from
okay.
here
Cool.
on out, okay? Because
I hope everybody enjoys curling and golf.
from the moment you began that sentence and you ended it, I almost fell asleep.
Exactly.
Curling and golf.
Why do we have to talk about that other podcast at all? I thought we
They're
covered
in the
this last
network,
week.
Greg, just because you hate them.
They're in Rick's network, not our network. So next,
They
what
carry
we
the
got
Take
next,
Warning
Super?
brand.
Moving on. Fuck
All right,
Watts.
baseball team.
Okay.
Baseball is moving the All-Star season game out of Georgia because of alleged voter suppression issues out there. Rick, what do you keep up on this stuff?
Was this
So-
an actual topic?
Yeah, this is actually a topic.
Yeah, it's going to Colorado.
Josh, you said you're moving to Colorado.
No, the All-Star game, they said it's going to Colorado.
Why? They're not liberal enough for that shit. Okay, Rick, go ahead.
Wow.
As far
They don't
as the
even have
voter,
black people in Colorado.
Damn.
That's super racist.
How many people we alienated in the first fucking 20 minutes of the podcast?
I thought the whole purpose was racism. Why they were
Oh,
moving it?
man.
Why would they move it to a state without black people?
Oh, God.
Oh,
The
man.
only population of less black people is Utah.
hashtag cancel duper.
Go ahead, Rick.
No.
God damn it. What I was going to say is I only know little bits and pieces of the voting rights law. Of course, you're going to hear about, the stupid shit. Like you can't hand up somebody a bottle of water while they're in line to vote. I don't know what the meat of this voting law was for me to really speak against it. But I think I've been saying one of my major arguments lately is, honestly, these are corporations. They're going to do what's best for them to make money. It's a business decision. We don't have to like it, but it's their business. And if they choose to take it elsewhere, that's up to them. And
Yeah, so-
just, what else can you do? Don't watch the All-Star game? I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
no,
watch it.
I'm not going to watch baseball at all. I'm done with baseball because the entire thing is based on a lie. They're saying it's based on they're moving it. They're saying it's a racist voter suppression move. The water thing isn't even true. The water is you can't bribe people, right? So if you have water and you're trying to get people to vote for a specific candidate, you can't go hand out water in that issue. Now you
Gotcha.
can bring your own water, and then even the polling place can have unmanned water stations, so you can get water. You just
So
can't have it
if people are just
in
encouraging people to
exchange.
vote, so let's say I just want more people to turn out to vote, regardless of who they're voting for, and I say, hey, can you come vote? And thanks for waiting in line all day, because we don't honestly, I've never really had to deal with standing in line all day to vote, but I know that's a big thing in Atlanta, and you see these cities. It hasn't happened in Vegas at some point too, where there are
I
areas.
waited 2 hours to vote this year.
Yeah. So when you're standing
Really?
in line and it's hot and you're just there,
dumb.
and there are groups that just want to encourage people to, Rock the Vote shows up and they're like, hey man, we've got bottled water over here, and they're just walking around with a cooler handing it out. Are you allowed to do that?
What if it's 110 degrees out? You got to fucking keep people hydrated.
Yeah,
November?
especially when they're waiting for hours in line. So that's what I'm trying to
There's no law
understand.
against that.
Where
There's
is
no
it
law
100
against that.
degrees in November?
So it's okay. And I'm
There's not
okay
a
with
fair
them
amount of seats
saying,
that you can have away from the polling station where you can just hand out water. But yeah, it's not. It's in exchange for gifts. That's
right,
what
and
the
I
water
get
thing
that.
is.
So like if you're making a water bottle and you put a label on it that says like vote Biden, vote Trump, and you're handing that out, I could see where they're trying to say, you know what, no, you can't do that. But if they're literally just saying, here's a bottle of water, bro, for waiting in line, and walking down the line, making sure that they stay encouraged and enthusiastic to vote, as long as that's not against the law, I still need to see what the meat of it is that would actually be voter suppression.
Ryan is telling me that Colorado has a very diverse population because of military bases. Because of military bases, that's how undiverse you are. Is that your diversity comes from a military base?
Here we go.
So,
He does have a point, though. I mean, you can't really. Touche.
So,
Veteran.
when you got to put that stipulation in there, come on, man, don't give me some red meat like that.
Yeah.
So that's been the part that everybody's been hearing about. That part is a non-issue. The ballot boxes, they've actually increased the number of ballot boxes, not versus 2020, but in prior years. 2020, the numbers all increased because of COVID, right? Hopefully,
Yeah.
they don't have COVID again in 2 years.
What did they do with the mail-in voting? Did they do anything with that?
The mail-in voting. So this is where I think the opposition is coming from, and this is the reason why I'm done with baseball.
Okay.
So the mail-in voting is a huge initiative here. What they're doing is now you have to put on your absentee ballot form, your mail-in ballot. Okay, this is gonna be crazy out there. Okay, so you have to put your driver license number on it.
So they're requiring some kind of state ID.
Correct. Yeah, they're asking for a secure election, and so that's what's causing all of this uproar right now. Is the fact that they want a secure election. They're saying that black people don't know how to go get an ID. They don't know how to find their driver's license number on their ID, which would actually be very offensive things about us black.
Or in general, like,
well,
to
me, if right, like
I would just say that you don't even have to say black people. If you tell me that I'm not smart enough to be able to do so, like that. But are there situations where you would not have an identification card? That would be legitimate situations.
What if you lost it?
If you lost your ID, yeah, of course. There are situations where you might.
What if you're like so old and you haven't driven in 20 years and you let it expire? You don't even have an ID anymore.
If you can't remember,
people with disabilities might not have ID.
If you cannot remember if you have an ID, you should not vote. Okay, let me.
What if you're legally blind and you can't drive, so you have no identification like that?
Then there are state sponsors and systems out there that will help somebody read your driver's license for you.
Wait, why would you have a driver's license if you were blind?
Well, your personal ID. You're right. You probably wouldn't have it. I mean, unless you're driving.
Well, so let me drop this nutshell on you. One day. So by October of this year, Real ID actually takes effect. I mean, it was supposed to take effect after 9/11 and shit. Hey, 20 years later, hey, woohoo! So with Real ID and the scrutiny that you need to go through to get a Real ID, why don't they just tie that in with voting?
Because they don't want secure elections, Greg. Because secure elections are racist.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
Thank you.
I think that's not necessarily the argument. It's not secure elections. Everybody.
They moved it because of voter suppression.
Yes, voter suppression is different from a secure election. I think that those are two different subjects.
But no, they're not at this point, Rick. The reason why they're moving this is because of the voter ID thing. And then they're making a big thing about the water thing when the water thing is not even a real fucking thing.
But isn't the voter ID thing something that we've been dealing with for about 25 years where everybody wanted, one side wants it, the other side doesn't. And that's not just in Georgia, that's nationwide where that's been a hot button issue, right?
43 states in the United States are making laws towards voter ID and more secure elections, and Democrats are fighting hard against it. And
I'll tell you, as a liberal, I am not against having to show ID to vote. I think that one of the issues that I think that they're trying to address, and Dupp, you and I have agreed on this, that there's a problem with the immigration system. And I think that impossible task of fixing that immigration system makes it very hard for people that are here that might have been here long enough. And if they had the opportunity, might be citizens and be able to get that ID, that may, at this point, paying taxpayers, might deserve the opportunity to vote, but they don't have a chance because we have a broken immigration system. Like I think that's something that
linking into this.
Because that's honestly, I'm looking at comments right now. Everybody's talking about illegal immigrants. That's why the Democrats want to keep this open, because you don't have to show an ID. You can have somebody from that might not be
So you realize that that's voter fraud. That's voter fraud.
Conversation is so boring that me and Lee are having a sidebar.
Greg and I are texting each other right now because you guys are fucking boring the shit out of us.
Move on, Duper. Move on. Go into something else.
Why can I be included in that text?
Sorry, Greg started sending me memes. I don't know what to tell you, buddy.
So your argument.
I started sending pics.
We're not talking about it on the show anymore. I'm texting you.
Is illegal fucking immigrants.
We have a full side conversation going to keep ourselves.
But Lee,
what?
The next topic is you, buddy.
What?
The next topic is you.
Which one?
The 533 million Facebook users.
Oh, yes. So anybody who's listening, anybody who hears this later, 533 million Facebook users' phone numbers, personal data, emails, all that have been leaked online. And Facebook has actually gone out of their way to come out with a how to protect yourself video. So I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and link that tomorrow on YouTube and Facebook so everyone can check that out so they can laugh for themselves because it's definitely worth a fucking watch.
Is it to just not use Facebook?
It should be. It should be like just disable your account and just leave because we're useless.
Legitimately, okay. So Facebook gods, you might come after us one day.
Thanks, Craig.
But
They've already banned us.
I'm going to ask all of our listeners, starting after today's episode, to move over to YouTube. Facebook is not helpful to us. Facebook is a very strict system within to monetize anything on it. So please, we're begging you guys to move over to YouTube because Facebook is just a terrible platform.
Yeah.
Or you can stay on Facebook.
Well, they can stay on Facebook, but we're slowly going to start. I think so. For everyone listening, what we're going to end up doing is we're going to end up slowly phasing out Facebook and going solely with YouTube in the future.
And let's put some spin on it, so then we can protect your personal data.
Yeah, see, there you go. And if you choose to continue to let your data be breached, we will post links to YouTube on Facebook on our page so that you guys can access us there. Mm-hmm. There you go. Check that out.
Wow.
What you think?
So what was the topic?
What you know about that?
What do you want to talk about this?
Yeah. What?
What?
You guys are like all deep and serious tonight. Like,
What did
So
you
what
want
is-
to?
Seriously, what the hell?
So the
Big
Facebook
Brother
thing, man.
voting laws,
Yeah, we literally just summed it up. What did you want?
Oh,
We
that's
start
it?
with
Like-
I
Uranus.
text you, Dipper.
We literally we talked about it, and then we talked about how we're transitioning into YouTube. So there you go.
Oh, dude,
How do we
Rick-
start with Uranus?
Rick sent me a picture of his dick, dude.
Oh,
You guys want to see it?
Not
Zoom
like
in.
you've
Yes.
seen it
I'll send
before.
it.
Yeah,
Why am I on this?
All right,
show?
COVID corner.
yeah.
Are we going to
let's
COVID
make
corner
this
already?
Let's make this
Go to
fun.
COVID
Holy
corner.
shit, we got there quick. Okay, hang on.
We
I got to
did.
get to the
We
music.
did. Oh, are you
Where's
there?
the music?
Are you there?
There it is.
It's a
Got it.
beautiful day in the COVID hood. Beautiful day in COVID. Won't you be mine? It's a beautiful day in
Here
the
it comes.
COVID hood. Beautiful day in COVID. Won't you be mine?
It's about to happen.
COVID corner.
God damn it.
And there it was.
So, as always with COVID corner, I'm going to throw a few topics to all you guys. Josh, I wouldn't mind hearing from you for the first time tonight. Impending doom. The
Hold on, let me
CDC
stop
director
texting
says
Greg real quick.
vaccinated people can't spread COVID, and then they backtrack on that and they say that they can. Travel is okay for vaccinated people, but basically they have the same restrictions as before. You got to wear a mask, you got to social distance. And then Biden asked for mask mandates to return and / should masking last beyond the pandemic? Flu and colds are down, spurring a debate.
I think so.
What do you want to talk about, Josh?
Yeah, we gotta talk about Josh. Which one? We
Oh,
can talk about all three. It's
The travel
oh,
ones.
Josh.
So I'm halfly vaccinated right now. I've gotten the first,
Oh,
and not by choice, just because I want to travel. I'm going out of the country, so I still
what?
2 weeks.
Mexico?
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
I
gonna
don't
go
care
look
if you're
up-
vaccinated.
I'm gonna go look up Lee's children down there.
hey, don't you dare bring them fucking back, bro.
Weren't those two kids that you're dropping off that wall yesterday or last week?
Yes.
Well, we know they can't vote, so that's cool.
That's all that matters. They don't have IDs. And if they did have an ID, obviously they wouldn't know how to find the number on there, right?
No,
It's too confusing.
no.
So wait, Josh. So you didn't want the vaccine?
No, I wanted to get tested more.
Okay. So which shot did you get? Can I ask?
The Moderna.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a 4-week one, so you'll be fine.
So yeah,
Not that
I only took it because it's less quarantining when I get back for work.
That's the only reason you did it. It's
Yeah.
not to protect your friends and family around you.
No,
That's
Fuck-
a, that's
fuck
a
you.
misconception, Lee. That is.
Oh, here we go.
That is bullshit on the
Josh,
planet.
it ain't.
Here we go.
It is
So-
a misconception.
Question though, the whole mask thing with Biden. Do you guys think that we should continue past the pandemic?
no.
Well, hold on. Going
Yeah.
back. So Josh said
What do you mean going
the 3
back?
episodes that he's been on since COVID has happened, he's always said that COVID's a hoax. So I don't find that as a surprise that he doesn't believe in the shot.
Josh said it was a hoax.
Yeah.
I never said it was a hoax. I
Yeah,
just
he did.
no.
I mean, those were 3 words off of 3 episodes in the past year. So he said COVID in one episode.
Oh my God.
I hate
Okay.
where I in another episode.
Yes.
So the mask thing.
Yeah.
So this is the question that I had posed earlier this week. Knowing that we had like an absolute, a net zero cold and flu season, and watching how people have generally been healthier when it comes to viruses. When do we stop wearing masks? And will this maybe just, what I'm thinking is, instead of it being a mandate, is there going to be a point where we're all going to kind of wise up and say, you know what? If I'm sick or it's cold and flu season, I'm going to be out with people. Maybe I'll wear a little surgical mask or something when I'm in some crowded place with a bunch of dirty people. Like if I have to go to a Walmart, I'm going to do this. Shout out to Great Value. Still need that sponsorship.
So I think your numbers are wrong because we have had flu and pneumonia. And
no, we've had it.
No,
Okay.
Net zero. Net zero.
I know they're down, but
so I have a theory on that, and I think COVID just kind of replaced those, right? So this year, COVID numbers were obviously way up because year over year. I think that COVID actually just replaced the flu, and that's what I think happened. And when you adjust for that, I don't think that there was a big net zero. I don't think that there was a big difference.
nah.
Well, COVID's much more virulent than the seasonal flu.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that it's not. I didn't say that. I
Yeah.
think it replaced the seasonal flu.
So do you think that, like, this is hypothetical, right? But let's say let's flashback to 3 years ago when we were all happy and not as fat.
3. Rick, your fucking math sucks.
I was in better shape 3 years ago than I am now. So let's just say
We only
we
had
took
type 1 diabetes then.
exactly. I haven't moved into the second stage yet.
Can it change from type 1 to type 2?
I don't know.
I don't think that's a thing, is it?
It's like the
No, because
the
type
glove
1's the
that
shit you're
Thanos-
born with, and type 2 is not.
Yeah. Well, here's the
Oh my God, Lee, shut up! What I'm trying to say is, go back 3 years ago, and let's just say we had all at some point a collective humanity had made a conscious decision to say, you know what, maybe we need to start looking at like Japan and China and these Asian countries when they get these crazy flu seasons. they tend to wear masks when they're sick. You know, when it's that time of year, they're kind of smart about it, cramming into subways, but they wear masks when they're sick. Let's just say that we collectively did it as much as we're doing it now. Do you think that we would have had the same flu season?
3 years ago?
Yeah, without COVID.
N1H1?
No, that was like 10 years ago.
Oh, I don't know. It also.
Oh, Greg, turn up your mic. You sound too far away. That's what we're getting told.
Oh, well, you cut me off, so I stopped talking. So that's why I'm low.
Oh, that's why.
Honestly, to be honest, I haven't looked at numbers in Japan versus our numbers and seen if there is a drastic difference between the two.
Is there?
Right.
If you guys go back, when I get my shot, like 8-10 episodes ago. So when I was, when I talked about it on that show, when I was talking to the nurse when I was getting my shot, and she said,
God,
"Well,
so roundabout.
it's not a surprise."
We're almost there, guys. Buckle up. Don't take your seatbelt off yet.
Hey, was this when you were talking about the rabid dog, or what are we doing right now?
Wow. Like, Duper's been pissed off because he's had shitty audio and shitty fucking mic, and he hasn't been able to talk the past 2 episodes.
Yeah,
Now
we're
he's
still
just
not
like
there
a
yet.
salty
We're still not to the
fucking,
point of this yet.
So anyway, if I could talk.
Yeah, no,
ladies.
I mean, we're all
Okay.
holding on
So,
for dear life in this car.
Wow. Okay. Wow. You're a salty son of a bitch. And you know what? I was planning nice things for you today, by the way. And I'm
You
going
were
to
planning
take
nice
all
things
that
for me.
fucking shit back. Fuck you. How about that?
So,
Stop.
talking about you getting your shot,
No,
yeah.
I'm done.
All right, so like most of Greg's life, that road trip went
No,
nowhere.
Greg, we still want to hear your story. Go on.
No,
I want to hear it. I want to hear the end of it.
Greg, I want to hear your story. Greg, I want to hear your story.
I'm turning off my camera.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, shit.
Viewership's gonna go up.
Oh, he actually did.
He turned his camera off?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Greg is now.
we still got-
Greg is
we still got
officially. So Greg is off of our live stream currently, and I'm not sure if he's going to mute his mic and be off of the podcast tomorrow too.
You know,
Well,
Greg has been coming at me for like a month now, just like viciously. I make a slight joke on him. And he's like, "I'm not your
Fucking lying motherfucker. All right?
That's bullshit, man. You've been vicious, bro."
I know. But, dude, that's only because Rick told me. He's like, you need to be an asshole. You need to step up your asshole game because people like that shit. And I was like, no, I don't want to. So sorry.
Yeah,
But
that's
anyway,
exactly how it went.
So,
That's
nurse
that's
told
the
me
conversation.
that
I've never
the
heard
same
Greg say no.
precautions. The same precautions that work for the flu.
Wait, you never heard him say no
minimize
before, Josh?
COVID.
I know.
So that's why people
None of us
continue
have.
to wear masks in certain events, like flying on an airplane, going to a hospital, maybe going to jail, etc. So,
Well,
that's all I
so you're
wanted to say.
advocating for masks on a plane?
No, I'm not advocating for masks. I'm
indefinitely.
saying that I still think that even when this is said and done, people will still continue to wear masks depending
Well,
on
yeah.
the situation that they
They were
okay
doing
with
it
that.
before too.
I think
Not
Well,
to this
United
level,
States.
though.
I don't think
Yeah.
that the answer was the mask, right? I think that the mask has become so overly politicized that that's really not the issue here. What really is the issue here is that we're being forced within our society now to take time off when you're sick, right? So when you're sick, now you have to stay home. You can't
Stay
travel.
home.
You can't go out. You can't go to work, right? In the past, it's always been, okay, I got a cough. I'm going to work, man. Like, I can't afford to not go to work. Now you can't go to work. I think that's actually what's behind any drop in cold or flu is now we're just not going out and spreading it. Now, if we are spreading it, we're spreading it within our household because we're not going out as much as we are.
It's a really good point.
So I
How
think
long do
what
you
we
think
need
that'll
to
last,
do-
though?
Well, as long as the companies are and our employers will allow it, right?
A lot of
so as long
companies-
as they're going to increase and let us continue to use PTO as opposed to just sick time, right? So if you have sick time and you have vacation time within your company, right now, if you run out of sick time, they'll let you use your vacation time, right? And they're not going to give you any shit for it. Previously, if you ran out of sick time and then you had to go to your vacation time, you're being documented and you're probably going to get fired.
But
So
there's also
now we need
talks-
to move our mindset with that, with an actual care towards staying home when you're sick and not having so much judgmental
Well, I thought,
bias against it. But
I
that's
thought
not going to go away.
I thought a lot of people, when it came to COVID, had the paid time off that was specifically for
They
COVID,
did.
where
If-
the
if
federal,
you
federal
tested
regulations.
positive- if
Yeah.
if you got a positive COVID test, but even if you just had like the common cold or a flu or whatever you had, you don't test positive for COVID, then that time can come out of your time.
Yeah.
But also, you got time too if you were around somebody.
Yeah, and
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
there's stipulations around it, right?
Yeah, you're supposed
I
to
don't
have
know what the state of
14-day
Nevada does, but I
quarantine.
know the state of California just came out. I don't know where I saw it, but I know that they're actually covering for vaccine time off now. If you're sick from those side effects, like they're covering for anything to make sure you stay at home. So you make a really good point, but I think that it as much as if you move away from the politics of the masks and the whole they're taking my freedom and all that bullshit, and you look at the fact that you're dealing with airborne viruses, like there is science and evidence that wearing a mask and blocking the areas where you'll bring it in and replicate it in your nose and in your mouth, your eyes even, if you can block some of that off, you're going to reduce the opportunity for that virus to replicate in your system and you get sick. So there is science behind not getting infected by wearing a mask or social distancing with airborne viruses. What I'm saying is maybe they're both combined. They're a really good idea. So how do we use that going forward? I agree with everybody that's like, I can't wear a mask anymore in Home Depot. That's fine. But like,
I like
what do
how
we do
every
going
time
forward?
Rick has a counterpoint to COVID, and anybody who doesn't agree with him, he has to speak
No.
redneck.
Any
Like,
fucking guy that's like, this is impeding on my freedom, and they half-assed it for the last year with a fucking
It's only country guys, I guess.
thin fucking neck gaiter thing, and they're like, this is the best you're gonna get, and their nose is all hanging out. Like, I don't really care what their
Shithole
opinion
states,
is.
right, Rick?
Yeah, wearing a fucking chin diaper. I really don't care what their opinion is. But
So just
people that
country guys
actually
though, Rick?
thought about it, they followed it, and they said this fucking sucks. Like, I hate wearing a mask, but there's some science and there's actually some proof now that there was something to it. So what do we do with that going
There's
forward?
not
Do we
actually,
stop?
that's not actually necessarily true, because what I said is probably more impactful, right?
No.
Not going out when you're sick thing.
I think that
Yes.
this is everything, Duper. You're singling one thing
Well,
out, and I'm not singling out
singling
masks.
out- but
Everything we
the
did
thing
in the
that we're
last
talking
year,
about is reducing cold and flu, and I just told you how.
just so that one thing is going to be your whole solution. It's not going to be social
yes,
distancing.
It would
It's not going to be
drastically reduce it, even with
workplace.
asymptomatic people.
So you're not going to keep people spaced out at work. They can sit together because
Are you never
if
going
they're-
to use a microwave again?
Hey, Greg,
Got it.
I'm texting you right now, bro.
God damn it! Here we go again.
Oh shit, you
God
have
damn
been texting me. My bad.
All right, I'm gonna fucking argue you on text, Duper.
No,
Here
I'm
we
done
go.
with those days,
No.
man.
No,
I'm
here comes a
done
here
with
comes a
it.
dick.
I
pic.
Here comes a
only
dick pic.
argue political commentators from here on out. Like that's it. Like so, unless you get a show on CNN, I ain't doing shit with you.
Tell them why.
Ooh.
Duper, what do you think about? Because I've also heard this too. That for those companies that offer like, their own type of paid type leave that's not from a person's own leave accumulation. So I've heard talks of people talking about, so if people who don't get vaccinated end up getting COVID, they're not going to give them that extra status, and they're going to force them to use like their sick leave or their own time.
There's a time when that time needs to come, but they also shouldn't be mandated to stay home 2 weeks if they get COVID at this point. Once it becomes endemic, then we need to move on from this. The virus will weaken, and the strain's not going to be as strong as it used to be. That's like still masking up and quarantining for 2 weeks for the 1918 pandemic.
But what I'm saying is that do you think that's right for companies to do that? So if I have
once
COVID
once you stop mandating that people have to stay home in quarantine, then yes. If you mandate that people have to stay home in quarantine, then no. And so those are the two outlining things there. So if you say no, you can't come to work even though you feel fine, then that's bullshit. But if so, vice versa. I mean, that's the rule to me. If you mandate that they stay home, then you have to pay them.
Yeah, if it's mandatory, you got to get paid. There's no way around it.
Now, if not, then let them use their vacation time. Let them use their sick time.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
I got all the answers today. Don't worry about it, guys.
Oh yeah, you're on it today, bud.
Stupid answers.
You're on it today. So I had heard some sad news about a person named DMX.
Hey, before we get to that and get really sad about this, Greg, you forgot to ask about you forgot to ask Lee what he's drinking.
Oh yeah, Lee, what are you drinking, dude?
Oh, I'm drinking our other non-sponsor. It's the unrooted hard seltzer again.
Yeah, but what flavor?
This is pear apple.
Pear apple.
Son of a bitch.
Pear apple.
Josh likes them now.
Hey, I made you guys try them, and they're not bad, right?
No, they're great. Josh likes the texture.
They don't
Dup.
have no
Okay,
texture.
now hold on. I have a question about texture. I want to know, like, how does water in any way have a texture?
Josh, by the way, I love it. By the way,
No worries, dude.
I love your hotel
Explain the texture. You mean you don't like carbonation?
Ooh.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Solved.
Duper, what are you drinking tonight?
Water.
Saltiness, bitter salt water, black coffee, the extra bitterness. What else is bitter? Lemons. Rick, you got the FTMF?
No, we're
No.
doing DMX.
No.
Motherfuckers.
We're talking about DMX.
We're talking about DMX,
We
man.
have so much time left in the show, and we're wasting it with this.
DMX is not.
I'm waiting.
dead.
I'm
Whoever
waiting.
said he was dead was wrong.
He's not dead. I'm waiting.
No, he's on life support.
I want Greg to talk about the sadness.
Yeah, tell me about the sadness,
Dude, so we all grew up with DMX. We all stopped, dropped, shut it down, open up shop. We all had quads and motorcycles and pit bulls. Dude, but who's gonna amp you up and give you workout music if DMX dies? That's sad.
Or all of the Christmas albums.
Yeah, dude.
They'll just make a hologram of him and pump me up that way.
We actually
stop doing that, dude.
You're
killing us.
Yeah, we are now demonetized on Facebook.
Yeah, thanks, Rick.
Facebook hates us because of that. Stop it. And YouTube won't allow that either. But YouTube will just suspend us. Facebook, we cannot do anything with Facebook because of stupid shit like that. We gotta stop.
We seriously can't even promote anything. They're like, no, you're banned.
God
No,
damn it.
fuck off.
Wait. They don't even know what I just held up.
I'm holding this up to Josh because I'm trying to see if it's the same ginger rose gold texture.
Really, from now on, I need you to work on just blurring their entire screens.
Oh,
Entire screens. I
can do that.
Does it have a butthole though? Does it have a butthole? Oh.
Does it have a Uranus?
Oh.
It's blasting X-rays. There it is.
Yeah.
Man.
But back to DMX, man. It's sad because he's been having problems with drugs and meth like Duper for years. So it's just sad when people can't control their demons, huh, Duper?
It's actually is crack cocaine that he's using.
So, Greg, I know you watched it a few months ago, him and Snoop Dogg, when they did that hour-long YouTube thing.
I thought
Dude, he looked pretty fucking healthy, dude. He had a lot of weight on him. He was fucking, his mind was all there.
So he hadn't.
he couldn't sing like a whole verse without being winded. But then
Well,
again,
neither can we.
Yeah, exactly. I'm fucking out of breath every single week on this podcast. So
Right.
yeah, but no, yeah, dude, I was like, that is fucking awesome. Those little like versus battles and shit.
Yeah.
Amazing, yeah, man. So I don't know. I hope he pulls through. But I know it's not looking good as of right now. So DMX, we're praying for you, man.
We are, man. We are.
Addiction is a horrible thing, man.
Very bad.
Somebody
what if you're addicted to Josh, though? Is that a bad thing?
It's probably worse.
Aww.
Crack, I'll tell you that. It's cleaner. Or crack is cleaner than he is. I'll tell you.
Why is Duper hating so much tonight?
Dude, he's bitter, dude.
He is.
like-
He's angry tonight.
Yeah,
Is it
man.
Is it because of what? It's because of what, Josh?
because
Come on,
you're
buddy.
locked in the closet now?
No, I'm not in the closet. I'm not in the closet.
You look like you're in a closet.
Oh, so you're out now.
Yeah, I'm out.
You haven't even had the vaccine yet.
I know.
Oh
I
shit.
know.
This was natural. He was born this way. Leave him
Oh,
alone.
sorry.
Go this way.
That's homophobic, dude, by the way.
What's homophobic?
That's not homophobic.
Foofy, yes, he was a preacher.
I didn't mean to out you publicly. I apologize.
Wait, you take offense to that, but you talk about China and black
Tesla's
people and fucking
touchscreen shifter
everything else?
seems like a really bad idea.
You know?
Damn, he just changed the topic. He said, "Fuck you."
Tesla's touchscreen.
So Tesla
shifter?
is coming out with a touch screen shifter.
No, they won't.
Well, it's in the works,
Well,
and it's right there in the middle. And they're like, "Hey, you want to put it in park? Hit the little button on the touch screen."
And when you're in drive, you can't fucking like you can't do what I did with the rental car Ford Focus and go 60 miles an hour and put that bitch in reverse.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure you can.
Not in a Tesla, you can't.
So-
How do you know? If it's new technology and something they're coming out with, you don't think there's a way that they can just hit something?
All their cars are done through.
Well, then you buy one and tell me how it works out, because one literally just crashed into a big rig the other day because the dude was like, "Hey, it'll drive itself."
Well, Tesla has said from the very beginning that autopilot isn't full self-driving, and they tell you fucking every minute, hey, pay attention to the fucking road. But if the
Hold on.
gonna fucking fall asleep.
Is this going to revolve back around to your dog again?
I don't know. He's just
I'm
mumbling
texting
again.
Duper now. I'm texting Duper again.
God damn it! You know what?
Oh,
I'm not going to
Tesla's
text
auto
anymore on this podcast.
Tesla's auto drive doesn't auto drive. Like,
It doesn't. It's
Oh,
not-
man.
it's
What
not
the fuck is it?
self-driving, dumbass.
man,
You
what's
know?
wrong with the world, man?
You know what?
CDC releases.
I cannot wait for full self-driving to come out for you, Duper, so it doesn't take you 12 hours to get to fucking Palmdale, California, and back.
That'd be nice.
Yeah,
I like how
exactly.
you're trying to be mean now.
Or take fucking. I hate driving with you because like every hour you need to stop and like it's like you're.
Whatever, dude.
You know.
Deal with it.
Yeah.
Don't. Then you know what?
Wait,
Now
what kind of dog is
deal
it? What kind of dog are we talking about?
Dog.
I zoned out. I completely zoned out. I'm sorry.
What are we saying?
I don't know.
I
with
was
it.
texting Duper.
Just
Sounds
so
like a dumbass idea.
just so everyone knows, the FTMF this week is going to be at a random choice. Whoever I pick goes.
Damn.
I like it.
All right, so a 27-year-old woman developed a mysterious cannabis-related syndrome that left her vomiting and caused her to fall asleep while she took a shower.
Yes. Yeah.
I read about this.
Yeah, no, it's a real thing. So apparently, scientists have discovered that people who start smoking weed at an early age, right? By the time they get into their 30s and they're still heavily using it, they develop some type of reaction to it.
Wait, this was more than one person?
Yeah, it's happened.
Oh,
about,
yeah.
It's happened to about, I don't know, something like 40 or 50 people now.
See, this is the reason why we need to run long-term tests on shit, man. I cannot wait till auto vaccine backfires on you guys.
Oh, geez, thanks.
That's cool. Just kidding. I hope it's good for. I pray
Jesus,
safety. For
And
everybody.
so what happens is they develop
That's
some
great.
type of reaction to it, and their like for some reason all the people who've had it happen, their natural response to try and like figure out this or like how to deal with the reaction is to take a warm bath or Epsom salts and certain types of things that they all seem to migrate to just naturally. And she ended up getting in the bathtub, and I don't know if she was just too high to realize it, but she put it on scalding hot, and then she fell asleep underneath it, so she woke up with like second-degree burns and shit. Had to go to the
fucking hot?
hospital.
Like, who sets their water cooler to that level? Like, you can go outside and change your water.
Well,
cooler
I have
level,
during COVID.
I really don't know what your wife is like, but I know my wife sets everything to fucking lava in my house.
Lava.
She'll be like,
I
"Hey,
mean,
babe, come jump in the shower," and I'll come in and like immediately start losing skin and get boils. I'm like, what is this? Why is this so fucking hot? Like, there's no reason for that. And then she'll be like, and now after 16 years, she'll be like, "Oh, here comes the pussy. Let me just turn that down a little bit for you." "Oh, you like the cold water? You like the cold water?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do like it where it's just mildly hot and not fucking 300 degrees." Like, what the fuck?
Like every man ever.
Well, because the reason why is Rick wants to be able to blame the shrinkage on something, and if the water's too hot, I mean, it doesn't work out.
It doesn't matter if the water's too hot; it just melts right off, anyways. It goes to hide either way.
It goes
Turtle.
Fuck.
This is crazy.
I don't understand how women are so goddamn strong when it comes to hot ass water. Like,
Because they popped out your children, bro. They know what real pain is.
Wait, so childbearing increases your ability to deal with hot water?
Yeah, because I'm assuming their pain tolerance is fucking high, man.
So I've never seen this happen, but Greg, does your wife possess the ability to just grab hard-boiled eggs out of a boiling pot of water?
If she does, I want to see that video.
I'm just asking because that's Lee's theory is because she.
Yes.
Oh no baby. Rick, can Rachel do that at your house?
She can.
yeah, dude, the fire pit. When I'm like, "Hey, we need to turn that log," she's just like, "I got you, bro." Walks over and grabs the like the whole fucking log. Yeah, that makes sense.
I can testify. I've actually been at your house.
What do you mean, come on, Lee? I didn't say it was that intense.
In a boiling pot of water with her face. I've seen it happen. It's
She's like bobbing for apples.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Oh, Jesus.
I just don't understand how they can handle that heat. It's
What
so
heat, Rick?
fucking hot.
Well,
The shower.
Look, you can see our names on
Your
the list.
wife, Rick, and we can't use real names on the show anymore. Remember that.
we can't.
So I'll call her Lava Woman. But I think it's not because she likes the hot water. I think she just uses it because she's like, "Oh, I don't want this motherfucker touching me again." So
I still get in there
as hot as possible, and yeah.
Can't hold me back. You know what I do? I go and get myself a cold glass of water from the tap, and as soon as I step in, I just pour it on myself. Like, yeah, neutralize that. Come here, baby. Like,
That works
that's it.
for like a second. A second that
Yeah,
works.
like
Long enough. That's I can cut that time in half.
That's all you need.
I got mine.
That's about as long as the attention span of our audience. So
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah. Now he's attacking the audience.
That was brutal. He's just angry.
Holy shit.
Just angry.
Gregory.
And to all of our listeners out there, that's the reason why I was attacking him earlier. It's 'cause
Dial
Greg's
it back,
and
Greg.
He will attack
Dial
you
it
guys.
back. Take it
So
to
I'm
a
just
7.
taking care of you guys.
what?
All right.
Holy shit. All right, what else do we have to talk about? Or are we getting we're just getting angry?
Do it.
Oh, I was going to talk
All
about Mars. Mars. They finally used the helicopter.
Oh yeah, that was really awesome. And it
Yeah.
survived the
That's
first
another
night.
one.
Yeah. So they used the helicopter, went out, took a bunch of pictures and all that stuff, and then they were posting. I'm sorry. Am I fucking boring you with space stuff again?
X-rays are blasting out of Uranus. Blasting.
So cool, dude.
Oh, fuck it, Duper. You're an asshole. It's time for someone to get
love it,
angry.
dude.
Who's ready to get angry?
Oh,
Josh.
Space talk and civil
Yeah, dude.
rights.
You ready for your FTMF?
No.
Okay.
I guess I'm getting angry.
Take warning. The following segment is a personal view and opinion that may offend some. This is an independent opinion and should be taken as such. Put away your tissues and closed minds. It's time to hear the fucker out.
So this week, I'm going to go with my FTMF is against Duper because he is so fucking angry at the world right now. Look at him. Look at him with that face right now he's giving and that fucking hat he's wearing. That's it. Done.
The fucking hat.
Dude, I've been
Sweet,
wanting to say
bro.
something about the hat all show.
Oh, I wanted to say something about is it a beanie or is it a ball cap? What are we doing?
I agree.
I love you, Duper.
All right.
I love that shit. I know you guys hate it, but I love that shit.
So Rick just texted me Brian Scalabrine. That dude balled up some high school kid. Some high school kid was talking shit to him. He was like, Brian Scalabrine, you fucking never played an NBA game. You fucking suck, dude. Got destroyed by some high school kid.
Yeah, he fucked him up. What was
Or
that like?
he fucked a high school
That was like in the last year, right?
Yeah, that was just a couple weeks ago. Yeah, you destroyed him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's because I play 2K, and it's absurd that he got a 91 overall rating. So
I won't play that game anymore.
I know you won't because of racism. And here we go with a whole.
Sports, but
Here it is. Here it comes.
Oh, goodness.
Duper gonna get political. Let's go for it.
Cash Me
45
Outside.
minutes ago.
Bad Barbie joined OnlyFans and broke records in just 6 hours. Do you guys remember Cash Me If You Can?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes, I
why?
do.
Why does she? It's bad baby,
No, it's
and why does she
yeah.
have H's in her name?
And it's Catch Me Outside. Catch Me Outside. How about that?
Not Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah,
what?
that's a movie.
Why not?
Is that why you're wearing that beanie? Are you wearing that beanie to relate?
She was on Dr. Phil or some shit, right?
I think
Hey,
Lisa.
homie.
Sure.
We're gonna go outside and take pot. You want to go with me? Check out my beanie. I'm
I think,
cool, bro.
I think I'm more curious as to who actually thought she was hot enough to where when she turned 18 and joined OnlyFans, everyone fucking flooded her
$1
gates.
million. She made
That's
$1 million
ridiculous.
in 6
Yeah.
months.
I thought it was. Oh yeah, that's what it
Yeah,
was.
like I don't understand how the fuck this wasn't like an Olsen Twins countdown thing, which actually turned out to be a huge letdown for everybody.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah,
well, 'cause,
you'd had to be there.
wrong
You had to be there, bro.
generation.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. But what's funny about the Olsen Twins is like their sister turned out to be the cutest one out of all of them by
Yeah,
far.
weird.
Yeah. But the who the fuck was following this chick, man? $1 million.
Wait, dude, well, hey, if we were to put Josh on OnlyFans, Kim, how much do you think we can get?
He's got a nice beard, man. I think.
Do you think you can break the internet?
I think you
Gotta
could.
try to break the internet.
I think you
People in
could.
the chats, how much
I
would you
just-
pay to see Josh on OnlyFans?
Can somebody in any of our live listeners? Can someone explain to me why there's an H in bad and an H in baby? Why is it BH?
Why don't we get her to guest host and you can ask her directly?
No, fuck that, Lee. Catch me outside.
What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? Cash me outside.
She's that's her thug way of saying catch me. Let's go take this out back.
Yeah, let's go
You know.
fight. Let's go fight each other.
Cash me outside.
Yeah.
It'll be added to the dictionary soon. You can do it on the next defining duper. Don't worry.
I mean, who the fuck? What do I know, dude? She's got $1 million and I don't. So
Yep.
obviously knows how to
Yep.
brand
Yep.
That
it.
bitch.
She's rich now.
Fuck her.
Let me.
All right, what do we got for
Rick,
parting
Rick,
words tonight?
Give me one random word.
Oh my god.
One random
Fuck
word.
you, Art.
No, that's
Snuggleberry.
That's 3
Huh?
words.
Snuggleberry. Snuggleberry.
Shalaminazzle.
No,
Snuggleberry.
haberdashery.
No.
Greg, what do you got?
Shalaminazzle.
Shenamanazzle. This is not working out for me. Never mind. I was gonna come up with a really funny. Like I was gonna put together 3 random words, and then that was gonna be my
All right,
catchphrase.
I can
but
do
this
it.
is
What was
really
your
not working out.
Shalaminazzle?
Yes.
You were Shalaminazzle. What were you, Lee?
Snuggleberry.
Yeah. Why don't you little Snuggleberry over there Shalamazzle in my haberdashery? How about that?
Bitch.
See, it doesn't-
Bitch.
Are they
These-
nouns? Are they adjectives?
No,
I
this
don't
has
know.
become very.
Are we
difficult.
playing,
I only give
Further?
adjectives. I do not give nouns.
This one's actually like one that you have to practice, like a woodpecker, woody
Ah.
pecking a tree or some shit. I don't know.
God damn it. Lee, what's your parting thoughts?
All right, so everyone, thanks for chiming in. I hope everyone stays safe. Again, COVID is still real; it's still a thing. I hope everyone gets vaccinated, whether you believe in it or not. It's entirely up to you, but I do hope that
Everybody believes in the vaccine, Lee. Nobody thinks it's like Santa Claus, you dumbass.
no.
Nobody's like, oh, it's the fucking
So,
you dumb shits.
again, we are going to be moving slowly over the next couple of weeks to YouTube solely. So if you guys are following us on Facebook, start looking out for the links to watch the live stream on YouTube. And content will still be updated daily. So make sure you check it out, like, subscribe, ring
Are
that
we,
bell so
like,
you can get the
totally
notification when we go live.
Are we removing ourselves from Facebook? Like entirely?
Is there a reason why we would remove
No.
Really?
The live is not going to be on Facebook.
Okay.
We're still going to be active on Facebook. It's just our live stream is not going to be active on Facebook.
I'm
It's
glad we're discussing this on the podcast.
Duper and I decided for you.
We have discussed this in the past. You guys
And
don't pay attention.
Nobody else made a decision on that.
Future of
That's
the
cool.
pod, decided by the
So
Yeah.
We've talked about this multiple
seriously,
times for months.
Duper was on board. He brought it up tonight. I'm running with it, and it's going to be a slow phase out. It's not going to happen like next week instantaneously. We're letting
All right,
everyone
by
know.
2023, we're going to be out of here and on YouTube.
Yes.
It's not even like we're asking people to download like a new app they've never heard of. They're
No.
like, this YouTube.
It's
Nobody
like
uses YouTube.
everyone's going to have to use YouTube. Sorry.
Hey guys, we're gonna go to this new software program called MySpace.
MySpace is back, bro.
All right, so now that Lee, God damn it, Josh, what's your parting thoughts?
Duper, I love you. I love everybody on the show and everybody listening, and be good people.
Josh is in a duper mood.
Yeah, dude. And that's about it.
All right, Greg.
God, you know what, man? So I through the week and a half and the hour of this show, I've decided that I'm gonna try to be nice. So
Shut up. Shut up. I'm going to take that bet. How much money?
dude.
How much money?
I said I'm gonna try. I didn't say I will.
I'm going to bet money.
I am, and I'm gonna regret this. Because I know right now these motherfuckers are gonna blow up the group text and just fucking say the most slanderous
Rick, mute him right now on Zencaster.
bullshit. So yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna try to be nice, especially to Duper. So for 1 week, Dupe, and I probably am muted on Zencaster.
1 week? That's all you got in you is to be nice for 1 week?
Well, dude, because you give it back
You-
as much
you-
as
you-
you receive it. So, and you've done way more harm to me through the years than I've done to you. So I owe you.
I've done more harm. Like, you gotta
Jeez.
go to a psychologist over me? I'm so sorry.
Holy
man.
shit.
So anyway, so Duper, I love you.
I love you too.
Josh, nice hotel room.
Thanks, buddy.
Lee, I like your sandwich.
Oh, thanks. My sandwich?
Sandwich?
What the fuck?
Rick, thanks for answering your phone earlier.
Yeah. Yeah. Anytime, buddy.
And thank you for
God.
the fans. I love you.
Oh, did you guys have a heart-to-heart today?
Greg is trying to be nice for the past 30 seconds. He's already bored me to shit, dude. Go back to who you were. Like, get rid of this bullshit. Go back and just be who you are, buddy.
I'm just saying, dude. I don't want you to hate me, Duper. I mean, I think there's been some resentment towards
Those
us
days
lately.
are way beyond.
And you know, I could barely hear you anymore because your volume's on -46. So and I
He
know
is loud as shit. You are quiet.
Yeah, I
What
can
are
hear
you
him.
talking about?
Oh, my God.
God damn it.
Duper, parting words.
Yeah, seriously. Go ahead, dude.
My parting words are pretty simple. Greg, I miss you. I don't know what's happened to you in the past 30 seconds, but the Greg I knew, he used to be fun, and he used to be a really good guy to hang out with. And whatever happened to you from, a minute ago to 30 seconds ago has really changed the dynamic of our friendship, and now I feel kind of awkward.
Oh,
So,
All right, guys.
hopefully you're
See you
able
later.
to find out who you are.
and he's gone again.
Be good, okay? My daughter always, on the way out of the house, when we were saying goodbye to the dog every morning, she says, "Be good, okay?" So I'm gonna start. That's my slogan.
Be good, okay?
Be good, okay?
Sounds good.
I came.
Hey,
back because I
And
like
he's back.
All right,
Okay.
wrapping this thing up, I just wanted to say definitely tune in on Wednesdays for Real Sports Talk.
Don't
It's
do it.
Yeah.
semi-sports talk.
Albert.
I don't know.
I mean,
Like warning all things
you
sports,
cannot miss that
subscribe,
show. 'Cause
like-
if you miss that show, 0. That's what they got. So you got to keep watching.
Yeah, Albert, I really need you to tune in. We have nobody right now. It's the worst thing
Let's
in the
keep
world.
it that way.
I'm
All
just
I'm
Because
kidding.
you guys are talking about
Shit the whole time.
NCAA fucking draft
You,
legislation.
know,
like,
you wouldn't even know what we're talking about. We've
Exactly.
already started the
It's too
music. Here's the deal. Everybody, wear a fucking mask. Get a vaccine if you can and want to, or don't. And we'll talk to you all next week. We love ya.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
For listening to the show today, please go to takewarningpod.com where you can explore additional content on the podcast, as well as find the links to the podcast on your favorite podcast platforms. Also, please get on social media. We are on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Take
He's
Warning.
boring me on here,
Please don't
too.
forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let us know what you like about the show, what your thoughts are on the show, and what you would like to see in the future. I really tried to put in some good work for you guys on that outro that we're totally killing right now through the music.
Everyone on the live can still hear you.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why I'm talking.
This is the worst outro ever. Jesus Christ.
Hashtag go to the outtake show.
Hey, tune into the show.
Yeah.